Welcome, Kendall here with Benno's Reviews, and today we're going to take a closer look at the ASUS TUF gaming monitor model VG32VQ1B. Let's get started. So before we cut on the monitor, the first thing I want to do is give you a quick visual comparison to compare the size of the screen on this 13-inch laptop screen to the screen here on this 32-inch monitor. Now, this screen is right at 13.25 inches diagonally, measuring purely the real estate of the screen itself, not the bezel around the edges. But for comparison purposes, we'll just leave the lid shut and compare the entire size of the laptop to the monitor here. We can see that if we hold it here right along this edge, that it's not only taller, but it's actually much wider. And if I kind of mark here to get a feel for how wide it is here, and I'll place the monitor here, and then I'll mark again here, you can see that this screen is actually more than 3 times larger than a 13.25 inch laptop screen. And you have the additional space down here at the bottom. So to give you a general idea, if you've got a laptop that is somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 inches, 13-inch screen, this 32-inch monitor is going to be more than 3 times larger than that screen. Now we have some text pulled up. I wanted you to be able to see that you can have 3 separate windows open and be able to orient your text in a way that you're able to clearly read what's in each one of your tabs separately. I also want you to be able to see what it looks like to be able to have a spreadsheet open so that you can see how much real estate this is able to take up. And so as you can see here, I haven't even expanded it out, and you have the columns A through L that are all visible here, and we have rows 1 through 18 that are visible. So if I go ahead and maximize it out, you can see now we have A through R that are visible, and we have 1 through 35 rows that are visible. But without doing any adjustments at all, we have a lot of space that we can work within here on the screen that allows us plenty of space to be able to work and to scroll. So if we scroll this way, you can see that we're not even a partial scroll away from being all the way at Z, because as we looked before, we're already at R here just in the basic default settings that we have here. And this is all with a 10-point font size. The next thing I want you to be able to see, besides just your word processor orientation and your spreadsheet orientation, is also going to be the ability to manipulate the size of these windows. We have 4 boxes that we're working within, all on the same screen here. Let's say you're going to be typing here in this box, and then you were wanting to refer to something here in our top left. We can simply mouse down and scroll down through our document here. If we wanted to move down to this one, we just move our mouse down. We're able to scroll down through this one. If we want to move over here, we just scroll up and down through this one. So even though we've got 4 different screens that are visible all at the same time, our mouse will control the settings on each one of these tabs independently, as though they were completely by themselves on the screen. So that's going to make this monitor very easy to work with, and as you can see, you can get a lot of information on here. Now obviously I've only got 4 on here. If for some reason you wanted to consolidate and make your space even smaller, I'm sure that you could probably get even more windows on here. Just kind of really depends on what your preference is. So hopefully you found this review of the ASUS TUF gaming monitor model VG32VQ1B both helpful and informative, and I'll see you all in the next one.